Hi, everybody.
Good morning. Welcome to
morning.
Breakfast with the Pastors.
It's breakfast time again, and show the breakfast that's hearty for your heart.
Well, this is what my wife made for me. Irish oatmeal.
Oh, yeah. So not only am I O'Hanlon married to Raftery, but Irish oatmeal.
You know, that's
really
pretty
good.
incredible. Vicky O'Hanlon, born on St. Patrick's
Day.
Day. I mean, how Irish can you get?
I don't know.
I'm Irish and Polish. So I guess,
I'm
but Irish oatmeal
French,
works
and
for me.
Scandinavian, says my blood work.
What is that that you,
That.
oh, that's that hard
I
stuff.
love this. It's so kind to me. It's peanut butter, whole grain clusters. I don't do it a lot, but I really do like it. My administrator loves it. See the bag? We're down to the end.
Yeah,
Just
but you know
kidding.
what, even with this oatmeal, I gotta throw a lot of stuff in there. You know, you gotta put sugar and
But it
butter.
tastes like a pudding. That will taste like a pudding because it takes 30 minutes just to cook it.
I don't know what kind of pudding you've been eating, but that doesn't taste like pudding to
Let's
me.
go on. So we're going to come against any negativity today, starting with you. Negativity disrupts possibility. A
Yeah.
possibility of having me give you kisses all day. So let's start off with that. How about that?
Negativity in our life leaves little room for things that are really constructive, right?
Constructive. There you
And
go.
we don't want to be negative. And I know it's easy to do because we're surrounded by
Negativity.
so much stuff,
We
you know,
really
that's
are.
negative. And but if you're negative all the time, then there's not a lot of room for
You know what I was
constructive
just
things
thinking
to
about?
happen.
Negativity. The only thing that isn't talking to us today is our automobiles, but I think they're coming to that. I was thinking, please don't have an automobile talking to us.
Oh,
I don't
boy.
think I could stand any more negativity and what people might think about my driving. Road rage. So
Well,
anyway.
you know, I guess it'll beep when you get close to
Oh,
things. you
Jesus.
know.
Okay, that's okay.
There's other words for negativity because I say
Oh, man, there's
sometimes
a lot
when
of
we
words.
think of negativity, you know, it's like,
destructive.
oh, I'm not negative.
Destructive,
Yeah, being pessimistic, you
damaging,
know, antagonistic,
Ooh.
you know.
unfavorable.
Right, and all of those things breed negativity,
They do.
which kind of pushes our constructive life away.
Things
you know?
that could really make you better is pushing it away.
There isn't any real benefit derived from negativity.
No,
No, you know, we
None of
gotta
it.
we gotta stay. You can't motivate yourself in a positive direction by
No.
continually using negative words.
Because negative words will ignite negative ways. Just like you were trying to ignite me over my cereal. It
But
ignites.
Jesus
It's
said
like
this in the
kryptonite.
Message Bible in
Yes.
Matthew the 12th chapter, verse 37. He says, "Words are powerful."
Yeah,
He says,
very powerful.
"Take them seriously." Words can be your salvation, or words can be your damnation.
Well, words are containers of life.
Right. Life and death are in the power of the tongue.
Right.
And we got to speak the right kind of things. The
And
words
so-
you speak fill your life with possibility or impossibility.
Yeah, or speaking negatively can take your life out of a positive direction.
Right. And a lot of
Gotta
times when I
recourse
hear
this.
people talking negatively, I'm thinking to myself, you know, and sometimes I'll say something.
Oh, you
but
think
they're-
to yourself?
Yeah, but they're
We all
cutting
think to
themselves
ourselves.
off.
Yeah.
They're cutting themselves off.
Absolutely.
Like, you know, we'll never get a house, or we'll never do this, and I'll never be able to do that, or, you know, and when you're talking like that, that's building a life for you.
Because words are so powerful, you got to take them seriously.
Yeah, it can either put you in a positive direction
Or
a
a negative
That's
direction.
right. Words are so powerful. You know, we really have to take them seriously.
Yes, we do.
You know, you got to think.
I didn't take you seriously about the cereal. We're always messing with each other because we
Yeah.
believe that a merry heart, the word says, doeth good like a medicine. Some of you need to take some big doses today.
Yeah.
I could almost see your face. Some of those faces is like, oh, very scary right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might be saying, I only eat Quaker oats.
Yeah, and I am turning my button off now. I'm done with them. I want to tell you we love you before you turn us off.
Well, you know, when I was growing up, I ate Quaker oats all the time.
Ooh.
Huh?
As a kid, I hated oats, and I remember them making, but I did like cream of wheat.
Oh, I love cream of
Yeah.
wheat. That was one of my
I
favorite
think that's
things.
one of my favorites. I can remember
Yeah.
smelling as a kid. How many knows we don't always know what's good for us?
Now, we have to be careful that we keep our words, our thoughts, and our deeds
Yes,
positive.
we
Because
do.
it isn't just our words, it's our thoughts and our actions.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times what we do can be a negative expression.
Right, because
you know?
actions actually speak louder than life. I mean, you can tell somebody that you're not aggravated with them, you're not mad, and other things cool, but they can read your actions. They can read that little hand on your hip, or that little stare, what they call steel cold eyes.
Ooh.
No, we have eyes like doves.
Oh yeah,
That's
sweet.
right.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I like the Book of Solomon. It's got some really great
We're not
parts in
teaching
there.
on
We're
that
not
and
talking
about
about
love.
that today.
And it is a
I
good
know.
romance chapter, I
Oh,
must
yeah.
admit.
But negativity can come from
Yes.
friends. It can come from
Yeah, it can.
close family
You can
members,
use anybody.
co-workers. I mean, it can come from just running
It
into
can come
somebody
in
at the
church
grocery
with
store.
your own church people.
Church people, can
Yeah,
they be
you would-
negative? I hardly
Everybody
believe
can
that.
be negative at times.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to avoid negativity, that's not just the place to avoid it. Everybody has those moments.
But negativity is a root, and
It
out
is.
of negativity can come cynicism, criticism,
Ooh.
whining,
Whining.
right?
Oh, whining and perfectionism.
Perfectionism, yeah, that's a form, and pessimism even is a
I
form
don't like that word. I like
of negativity.
perfectionism
Another thing is hypersensitivity. A person that's
Hyper.
hypersensitive, a lot of time there's this negative energy that comes from
Right.
them, and you've been around people like that, and it
Yeah.
kind of pushes you away. There are types of behaviors that can push people away, and there's other types of behaviors that can draw people
I want to
towards
be
you.
drawn in today, and we want you to be drawn in by the love of God today, because God is amazing. He's so amazing, and this could be your best day ever. And with this word of encouragement, how that negativity can destroy anything positive, God can rebuild it even in a second. So you don't
yeah.
have to wait for a lifetime.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm
You
going
know
to
what I'm
tell you
saying?
something.
Yeah.
A person that's negative, a lot of times it's coming from unforgiveness, or
It
it's
comes
coming
from
from
within.
frustration.
Right.
Sometimes a person is so disappointed in their life.
You're just hurt.
They're hurt, and negativity's coming
Right.
out of them. Maybe they were wronged in some way.
You think?
It could have been an actual wrong or a perceived wrong,
Perceived wrong. There you go.
A lot of times it can come even from your identity.
Well, perception is greater than reality.
Right.
So a lot of times
It'll
people,
run right over the top
it'll
of
run right
reality.
over you. Sometimes people say, "No, I have the word on that." No, they don't. They're going by perception, and perception is deception.
I was
can
looking
deceive
the
you.
other day at I was reading through Romans, and the Apostle Paul talks about Israel's rejection.
Yeah,
And I saw some
a lot of
things in
rejection.
there. The reason why I bring this up is that he's dealing with their rejection.
Yes.
But there was something that I noticed in it, and it was talking about roots. And in Romans, the 11th chapter, verse 16, it says, "And if the root is holy, so are the branches."
Holy. That's right.
So are the branches.
That's right.
And then he goes on in verse 17, and he says,
Yes.
"We become partakers
Of the root.
Of the root."
Yeah.
So it really depends on what's
So
going
it is
on.
rooted in us.
Yeah, what's going
It
on
really
the
is.
inside. Then in
It's gonna
verse
come out.
18,
Yeah.
he says, "Remember that you do not support the root, but the root supports
So
you."
negativity comes from the core of that root.
Yeah, from the core, from the very core of our life. And so
So
we have to
that's why
look
we gotta get
inside
help.
sometimes.
We gotta get help.
Right.
Yeah.
And if you're feeling negative, grab somebody and tell them, I think you're negative.
Oh, right. You
No.
always says, me, talk to them. No, I think that is part of life, though.
Right.
I mean, if we think, I heard someone say the other day, which we all need to be in love. We need to be in love more than ever, every day. But if you don't think you don't have an opportunity to use your love and to forgive people every day, you're not living then. You're dead. Because there's always an opportunity, because people just aren't perfect. Life isn't perfect. And so you're going to run into scenarios where people are hurting. Maybe they've got the worst news ever. Maybe they've been diagnosed with cancer. They're hurting. Somebody died. You don't know their whole story. And guess what? You might be the person they take it out on. They don't mean to, but you're there.
You know, I was sitting at a traffic light earlier this morning, and I looked over at a guy, and man, I mean, he looked very disturbed, you know, and I thought, wow, what in the world is going on
Wow, maybe
with
you
that
should have
guy?
honked your horn. and
Well,
said,
you know
"Can
what, the
move over?
Lord,
Let's go
the
talk."
Lord said, pray for him.
Yeah, there you go.
And he never revealed what was going on,
Yeah.
you know. Proverbs 23:7 says,
Yeah.
for as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. So he was probably thinking about something, and it was showing on his face, you know.
Well, I experienced that many years ago. Now that you say that, I was that person in another car. I was weeping. I didn't realize somebody was watching me. I mean, I was at a stoplight and I was sobbing because I had gotten so devastated news that day. And a woman next to the car went like, roll your window down. She goes, are you all right? And immediately, a lot of times we say, sure, I'm all right. No, I wasn't all right. But at least she was concerned. And I believe she prayed for me that day.
Yeah, yeah,
And I did get all right.
yeah. You know, negative people have low self-esteem a lot of times. They don't feel good about themselves.
No, they don't.
You know.
And so we want to help you feel good about yourself today, because even coming at the breakfast table, I think that's the best, because from the night before, breakfast means to break a fast. We're breaking a fast even of yesterday.
Yeah.
We're starting anew, because the word said, this is the day the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. We have hope in this day. I don't care how many sermons you've heard. I've heard a lot of sermons, studied a lot of commentaries. We study the word. There are always opportunities.
Yeah.
Amen.
And, you know, the Apostle Paul says in Philippians 4:8, one of my favorite scriptures.
Yes. Oh,
Finally,
boy.
brethren,
Yes, I love that.
whatsoever things are
what?
true,
Whatsoever things are honest.
whatsoever things are just, pure,
pure,
lovely,
lovely, good report,
a good report, right.
virtue, and think on praise and think on these things.
Yeah, think on things that are right. And so we don't have to dig very deep to see, oh,
It's okay.
I think you're sweet.
I do too.
Yeah.
God is good.
Think on things that are pure, holy,
So take
and
that
of good report.
negativity and make it constructive with God's possibility that He can do all things. Amen.
Everything is possible through
We
Christ
love
who
you so
strengthens
much.
you. We love you.
God bless
God bless
you.
you.
Bye-bye.
If you've been enjoying our Breakfast with the Pastor series, then click the bell to subscribe. You'll be notified with any of our new posts as well as view previous ones. If you'd like to join us for a Sunday morning service, check out our website at www.laurelcm.org for location information.